Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another Cup of Joe with Jag. My name is Jag. I don't have my Cup of Joe. Usually I don't really have my Cup of Joe. It's Cup of Joe with Jag, but I don't usually have one. Usually my guest has one the most, and so he's got his Cup of Joe. Please welcome to the show, Trevor. Say hi to the people, Trevor.
Hey guys, what's up?
Thank you so much for being on the show, man. I do appreciate you. It's been a while since I've done another last episode. My last episode was with Scotty and with Earl,
Right.
and we did a trio kind of show with them, talking about the last performance to them. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys
Sick
so
music,
much.
by the way. Sick music, by the way.
Yeah.
Videos was sick too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, it kind of caught me off guard, man. I'm like speechless. Oh man, but yeah, no, dude. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to hop on to here, and just like every other episode I have, it's just a time to talk about your heart for the Lord, talk
Right.
about your journey in life and what you've come through, what you've gone through, how you've overcome
Right.
so much in your life. I don't know your life story, but like you said before the show, I'm about to.
Yeah,
so
you're about to.
So I'm super excited for that, to see where God has taken you and what God has got planned and stored for you.
Absolutely.
So starting off, man, how did you meet the Lord? What was the turning point that really started your journey with God?
So, growing up, man, I came up in a church, but I came up in a church across, man, and like nothing against the church across or nothing like that, but it's
Right,
just
yeah.
like my dad, he was at every Sunday morning, every Sunday afternoon,
Mhm.
every Wednesday night. We didn't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so me and my sister grew up at Etheridge Church across, and like we knew Jesus,
Mhm.
but we didn't know Jesus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like from then, like, we grew up that way, but it never really took any roots in my life.
Mhm.
And mine and my sister's life, it's a custody battle between my mom and my dad, and there was always fighting over stuff like that, and we'd go live with their mom every other weekend, go back to our dad's, you know what I'm saying? So it was a battle like our whole lives. And then when I turned 17, I was graduating high school early, and I went straight to the military.
Wow.
So the thing was,
Thank you for your service.
Oh, yeah,
I do
absolutely,
appreciate
absolutely.
you. Yes, sir.
But no, so the thing was, I grew up, my dad was a very abusive father, which I'm not, I used to be mad at him,
Yeah.
but now I'm just, I've forgiven him, and he's no longer with us, but, I still wish he was here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's like, yeah, dude, you were crappy in some ways, but me and my sister never knew what it was like to go without food,
Mhm.
go without clothes. We always had a roof over our head. And so, it's just, he was a great dad.
Yeah.
He just had some ways that, I didn't agree with. But,
Mhm.
being in the military, there's not a lot of Jesus, man.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Jesus, man. I grew up potty mouth, dude,
Yeah. And honestly, man, I think of soldiers and stuff like that, and thank you for every soldier who's ever served. Thank you so much for your service. And I can definitely, I don't want to say I understand, because I don't understand
Right.
what the mentality is. I don't understand what you guys go through, but I do understand to a point of like the question of, is there a God?
Right.
Is definitely a big question.
And being in the military was the first time I ever, dude, I got mad at God, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because like I said,
Rightfully so.
I knew God
Yeah.
was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I was in the military, man, my mom died. And that was the very first time that, like, I cussed God, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally cussed God with profane language. Like,
Yeah.
and, it's like, it wasn't fair. And, like, after that, dude, like, I got out there, bro. Like, not just like, I'm just talking about like in religious views and like stuff. I mean, I got out there, dude. I started believing this, started believing that, didn't believe this, didn't believe that, just it got all mixed up, and I just didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? 2011, I did a tour in Afghanistan, and you see stuff over there, dude, and there's no God in Afghanistan, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but like there's no, because everybody over there's Muslim. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
so you get woke up like 5 a.m. every morning with them. Like if the military is not waking you up, their shuras and their prayers, like they're playing over intercoms and stuff like that. Like you hear them like, all right, well, they're praying for the first time today. They pray like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what I believed anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, so like in the military, I started diddly daddling in some drugs. You know what I mean? And and that's where my problem first started.
Mm.
So I was dude, I don't know if you ever heard of the K2, the spice,
K2.
the synthetic marijuana.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, so
no,
like it used to be a big thing in the military.
Yeah.
And dude, it was bad. Like, dude, it was a chemical they were spraying on like botanical incense, and dude, it was messing people up. And like, dude, I got out there on it, dude. And so I did that. I got in trouble in the military. Had to go deal with that, you know what I'm saying? And then when I finally got out of the military, I came home. Well, when I came home, I was still smoking weed, dude. I was still, there was still pretty much no structure in my life. And by this time I had a wife and a kid, my oldest child. And no, I had my wife, my oldest child, and she was pregnant with my youngest child.
Mm.
So she had my youngest child. I mean, she cheated on me when I was in Afghanistan, and it was tough, dude. And I kind of went overboard then, like I say, with my drug use and stuff like that. And so I had got with this other girl. Like, I'm talking about straight out of, like, we were still, me and my wife were still married. I left her, didn't divorce her, left her, got with this other girl. And me and this other girl started running like the streets, dude. Like, this is when I just went buck wild, dude. I didn't care about nothing. I was fighting everybody. Like, anybody that knows me, dude, is just, they'll tell you, like, dude, that's all it took.
Yeah.
And man, I was in and out of jail. I think I've spent like 5.5 years of my life in this county jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in there, dude, it creates a whole different mentality. Then when you get out, you still have that same mentality. Yeah. And
trying to adjust to real life kind of.
And sometimes you don't adjust. Sometimes, like when things happen to you in your life, you don't have nothing to fall back on but a mentality that you built up inside of those walls. Yeah. And it just don't do nothing but get you back in there.
Yeah. It becomes almost like a circle.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a vicious circle, bro. And so when I was with that girl, man, I had tried meth for the first time, bro. It was, dude, I didn't like it at first. I didn't like it first because I knew the personality I had. So, like, I didn't like it because I loved it. Does that make sense? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is not good. Like, I need to back away from this. And all it took was, man, I did it a couple more times, dude, and I was in it. I was in it deep, dude. And
just that one hit just hooked you up.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. And so, I dilly-daddled with that, like, on and off since, like, 2015. And I was in and out of relationships, dude. I was, sleeping with all kinds of girls, bro. And, dude, it was bad. And so it was crazy. So I went to jail. So I was with this girl, and we was together over at my buddy's house, and we was about to head to my aunt's house for the weekend, or no, after the weekend. So we went to my buddy's house, and he's like, yo, stay here this weekend, and then y'all can go Monday, and I'll take y'all. And I'm like, okay, cool. Right, so we stayed there that weekend, and then that weekend turned into like months. And we stayed strung out the whole time, dude. And then finally, dude, the cops busted in, found a bunch of drugs. They started putting everybody in handcuffs because wouldn't nobody claim it. And like the girl I was with at the time, dude, they put her in the handcuffs. I'm like, what are y'all doing? And they're like, everybody's going to jail if nobody's going to claim this, dude. And I'm like, so if I claim everything in the house, y'all let her out of the handcuffs? And they're like, is everything yours? And I'm like, are you going to take her out of the handcuffs? And they're like, yeah, if you claim it. I said, all right, everything in this house is mine. And dude, they found meth. They found weed upon weed. They found, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there looking at the guy I knew it was.
Yeah.
But instead of just telling on him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, because you don't do that, you know, especially like you're living out in the streets. And so I went to jail. And this time normally I'd go to jail for fighting or just something petty like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Catch assault charges. And I do 11/29s, get out. This time I was facing something serious, dude. Yeah. So they gave me a possession 2 with the intent to resell, which is a pretty serious charge. It carries 8 years. So they gave me probation, man. And I got out, while I was in jail, the girl that I was with that I took all these charges for, I was in there for 30 days, dude. And she ghosted me. You know what I mean? And then it turns out that she was with my best friend, dude. And like, dude, they wasn't just like together, like they was together, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting, you can get emails in jail they got a kiosk box in every pod. And dude, everybody's hitting me up on that box like, hey dude, you know who she's with, dude? And I'm like, who? And they're like, bro, your homeboy. And I'm like, what? Hey dude, you know who she's with, bro? And I'm like, yeah, my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And so, dude, that destroyed me. Yeah. That destroyed me. And man, I never really was a gang kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at that time, I've needed to find acceptance somewhere.
Because you were out alone on an island by yourself.
Yeah, dude. Almost. And I had looked for acceptance in so many relationships with girls. And obviously I couldn't find acceptance or a solid friend. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, man, there was a dude I met in there. And I don't want to say any names on here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's a guy I met in there, man. And I just watched him. Because that's what I do. I analyze people. I see how they act. Yeah, you know, like body motions. Now facial features. Now I realize that it's you know, like I was checking the fruit of a person before I even knew what checking the fruit of a person was.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we do have children in the household. We do. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
No. They better be in there.
Yeah, right. That was the door slamming. They're out in the yard, you know. They jumped off the balcony. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. It's a joke. We don't need what is it? The kid organization company.
DCS.
Yeah, dude, we don't need no DCS.
Let's not even say that word.
Not even gonna mention it, bro. No, we're okay. It's fine. Yeah. In my household, they will be very much cared for. They will. I promise you that. I wish I had like suckers or dum-dums to give them to. I do have candy on the TV stand. I just bought
some candy before we got here.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. I got you.
Yeah, I got them freeze-dried Skittles.
I'll be like that one grandpa that like you buy him candy and then all of a sudden grandpa gives him like 30 more and you're like,
yeah.
Dude,
don't get my kids jacked up on sugar.
Like
they're my grandkids. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, exactly. No, literally, yeah.
But no, man. So this guy, I watched this guy, and I loved the way that this dude carried himself, bro. And so like I asked him, "What's up?" I'm like, dude, like, what's up with you, dude? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, "What you mean? What's up with me?" And I'm like, "Bro, you sit by yourself, blah blah blah." And so like he had these laws that he followed. And he stood by those laws, and he explained to me what he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
he was a vice lord. And I don't know if you know what a vice lord is.
I'm not too sure
you got
now.
The Bloods, Crips, like
Yeah.
all these. Vice lord is it's actually a very rising, growing gang right now. It's the one that you seen all the police in Memphis right now.
Not too sure. I honestly, dude, with everything that's been going on, I haven't watched the news. I've completely just given up on political stuff. Like I'm so done with it. Like, right. You know what I mean?
And dude, it's stressful, bro.
It is.
It's stressful, and it'll mess with your peace if you.
And I mean, I don't completely like take it out, because there are some things politically like you need to keep up with, right. Just so you know what's going on.
Right.
But with everything that they've fed into the media, like with all the news stuff, everything, it's just, and it, some of it is true and stuff, and some of it is factual, and some of it's really going on, but it's so depressing.
Absolutely.
And it's so dividing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I always stood on this idea of like, I have people in my life who don't think like I do, who don't believe what I believe in and all this stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm going to shun you or I'm going to hate you for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I get attacked for it, if somebody's starting to really attack my beliefs and really try to come against me in that, then I'm going to like step back and be like, okay, I'm going to keep my distance from you. I still love you, but like I might keep my distance, But like, if we don't have a problem and you just think differently from me, I'm like,
then there's no problem.
There's no problem, dude. I'm not going to make a political friendship off of these ideas and stuff. Like, I totally. So I'm sorry. I went on a bunny trail. We went far out in Kansas. We need to bring back to Lawrenceburg here.
You're good. No. So, anyways, he explained it to me, and he just and so like with Vice Lord, dude, there's a lot of knowledge and literature that they have like their own Bible. You know what I'm saying? And so he was spitting some of that to me, dude, and just the way that it was, like the structure behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like just how organized it was. I'm like, dude, that's okay, because that's how I was living my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, dude, I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, get me in there. And he's like, so like that became a thing, and dude, I've never been the type of person to do something and then just not jump all the way in it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
And so like that was anything, like relationships, drugs. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. Well, anyways, so I ended up getting into this, dude, and I got deep into it, bro. And I had become an absolute monster.
Yeah.
I mean, an absolute monster, dude. I didn't know who I was, bro. I'm talking about, bro, I was doing things like my son in there has watched me kick a dude's teeth in over $20. You know what I mean? Those kids in there have watched me get out of my truck in traffic and pull a gun on somebody right there in the traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like I treated women like they were dogs. I'd rip people off. I'd rob people. I'd beat people up. Dude, I become the enemy's number one star, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Become somebody that you never really wanted to go down.
No, dude. Yeah. And it just got worse and worse every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And eventually I became the leader of Vice Lord in Lawrenceburg. I became the top dog. And so that was a platform that I had to live up to. You know what I mean? And I had a lot of eyes on me, dude. And I had a lot of guys under me, dude. And a lot of those guys looked up to me because they were going down the same path that I started on, and they were fresh on it. And like, I wanted to be that dude. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be that dude. And I had eventually become more of that dude than I had intended to be. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I had met this girl, which is their mom. And It is the first woman I've ever been with that had her head on her shoulders, didn't do drugs, hasn't done drugs, has a job. Not only does she doesn't just have a job, she has her own place.
Yeah.
She has a very nice car. She has a credit score. She, like
Yeah.
I know that's important. Like now, back then, that stuff didn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to holler at whatever, but like I see this girl and like she shows interest in me, and I've never went for girls like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we work together, and like we slowly start, and there's a reason why I'm getting into this. You'll see it. It's like yeah. So we slowly start talking, and things kind of just took off. I think faster than we both wanted it to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't healthy at first. And but anyways, I stopped everything for this girl.
Yeah.
Everything. I put down the gangs. I put down the drugs. Everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it became about this girl and them kids.
Yeah.
Because I was introduced to them, and then my kids were introduced to her. And so like it started getting, like that, but it still wasn't healthy, man. And I remember, dude, I started doing so good that I went and bought a brand new truck.
Nice.
I'm talking about a brand new truck.
Dude. Brand new whip and everything.
No, I'm talking about, it was a nice truck. Very nice truck.
Dude.
Well, so she ended up getting pregnant. Okay. Man, I just had everything going for me. Everything. You know what I mean? And I remember we was going to pick them up at school one day. And she looked at me and she's like, well, she said, you got everything right now. Just like that. She's like, you got everything right now. Like, look what you came from. Look what you're doing. Like, you got a new truck. We're about to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I looked at her and I said, yeah, I'm just waiting for something bad to happen now.
Because it was that mentality of like, this is going way too good to be true.
Absolutely.
There's got to be something going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, that was really one of the first times I ever learned the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you speak something, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when God created the heavens and the earth, what did he say? He said, let there be light.
And there was light.
And there was light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and we are
when he created Adam, he molded him, and then he breathed his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's power in the mouth.
And we are in his image. We're created to
absolutely
in his image. So obviously,
and he give us dominion over this planet. You know what I mean? And so like, that's the first like that I can remember. Like I can think back and remember like, wow, like that. There's really power in the tongue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 4 days later, after that conversation, I totaled that truck. Man. Okay, they was all in the truck with me, right? It hit me they hit me doing about 65, 70 miles an hour. They hit the front of my truck. If it would have been a half a second later, it'd hit her door. If it had been like at least a second later, it'd hit his door, my son's door. But it hit the front of my truck.
Dude.
Bent my truck in half.
Bro.
I'm talking about like, if you look, you could see the tail, the head done bent around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We spun around probably 6 or 7 times. And I remember like, before we was even done spinning, I was in the back seat holding both of them, screaming no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it happened. I don't know. It just all happened. You know what I mean? Well, Jessica was sitting in the front seat and she wasn't doing good. Like, because when it hit, the window hit her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, she had to go to the hospital. Well, it turns out that she lost the baby. You know what I'm saying?
My gosh, dude.
And then so like, This all happened within a week. I'm saying truck got totaled. She lost the baby. Me and her ended up getting into it. We broke up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm driving around. I got another truck. You know what I'm saying? My insurance paid for it.
Yeah.
So I got another truck. I'm driving around. I go down the street and I see a homeboy sitting outside, and I stopped. And it was one of those homeboys I shouldn't have stopped.
Yeah.
He's out there. You know what I mean? And instantly when I seen him, dude, he's like, bro, what's up? How you been? And I'm like, bro, give me a line. And he's like, all right, bet. And dude, when he done that, I started that line, bro. I went as hard as I had ever went. I called all my Vice Lord homeboys. Dude, it got to the point, dude, where I was walking around with a half pound of meth in my pocket, driving around with it, had a pistol on me at all times. You know what I'm saying? I got darker than before. Dark, bro. I'm talking about, dude, I remember I was sitting at my homeboy's house, and I was waiting on him to come outside. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, bro. And, bro, I looked in my passenger seat, and I started having a conversation with the devil, bro.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, bro, you think you're bad, don't you? I said, you don't even know what evil is. I said, I know what evil is. I said, I'm evil. And dude, it was only a matter of time before I killed somebody killed me, or I was going to go to prison for a very, 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 very long time. Well, me and Jessica, their mom, the one I'm with now, we was on and off, dude. And at this point, it was like we was off. We wasn't talking to each other. And a dude that I apparently was messing with his girlfriend, and I didn't know. It wasn't an intentional thing.
Yeah.
I was messing with his girlfriend, and he found out about it. And instead of coming to me about it, he tries to holler at Jessica. It's like, hey, blah, 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 blah. This is what your dude's doing, bro. You should holler at me, blah, 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 blah. Like, trying to get back at me. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, I remember we wasn't talking, and she hits me like 4 a.m. in the morning. She gets up early to go to work, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. See, this is why I can't mess with you, do. And she sends me the screenshots. She's like, I don't even know these people, and they're hitting me up, like, telling me what you're doing. And I'm like, and normally I'd cuss her out and be like, well, quit talking to me. You know what I'm saying? But like at this particular time, I was just like, dude, I was at a point, dude, where I was tired of living like this. Like I was sick of it, dude. I couldn't find a way out.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a way out. And so I apologized to her instead of like just griping at her and fussing with her. I apologized to her, dude. And I went over that day, dude, and she's like, Trevor, you can't keep living like this. And I'm like, I know. Yeah. And by this time, I hadn't went to probation. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I don't either. But she said, we'll figure it out. And I'm like, okay. You know, like,
yeah, like, and we'll give it a shot,
right?
You know, kind of thing, yeah,
right. And so we're talking to one of her friends, and one of her friends is like, Trevor, go to rehab. And I'm like, I'm not going to rehab.
What?
That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my entire life. I said rehab is for people who's too weak-minded to quit on their own.
You had that mindset of like, I can do this.
Yeah,
by myself.
Little did I know that I was too weak-minded to quit on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on? You're like
community, dude. I've learned this in church and stuff. I have never gone through it, what you've gone through at all, but like mentally, I've gone through areas where, me and somebody in the church didn't, get along. So I would just be like, you know what, screw it. I'm just done with being bullied. I'm not going to do it.
Right. And
then I'd get on my own and I'm like, oh, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what being alone feels like. And so it's funny because like that's cool that you mentioned that, because that brings up to where Pastor David talks about community and how important that is.
Absolutely.
And
I had a pastor tell me, he's like, you got your relationship with God and your relationship with people.
Yeah.
You know?
Horizontal and vertical.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
you got your cross, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like both of those are important. People that walks around and they're like, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care about that person. I don't care what my boss thinks. Like, all those things matter. What people think about you matters. Now, I'm not saying like
care what people think.
Yeah, you don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone doesn't like what I wear or something like that. Okay, whatever.
Like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if you're walking around here looking like a daggone hobo crackhead, you know what
then
I'm saying?
there's something to be like.
There's something.
There's a standard as to who you're listening to, who you care, what cares about you. So like,
that's a fact. Yeah.
You have your friends and you have your close. Like I've always learned about circles. So you have your inner friend, your inner close people that you can trust with anything and everything. You have your second ring, which is like your friends that you're like, hey, I'll hang out.
You got your confidants. You got your what's it called?
Bringing up big words on me, man. I'm a little concerned now.
With an acquaintance.
Yeah. So you have your acquaintances, which is like your outer ring.
Yeah, basically. Which is like people. Yeah. So you got an acquaintance. There's three of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your acquaintances are your outer ring,
and then
you have your second ring, which is like your people that you go out and eat dinner with and that you have fun with.
And then you got your confidants, the ones that you can just tell everything to, and they ain't gonna tell nobody. Or they're gonna tell you how. Yeah,
because you can be like at Top Golf having fun or whatever, and you're about to bust out in tears. Yes, I freaking love Top Golf, man.
I love Top Golf.
Oh my gosh! And then we have something close to Top Golf here in Lawrenceburg called Happy G's. Actually, that is actually, so you know where CVS and Walgreens is at?
Yeah.
So it's literally right. You go to the right, like you're gonna go to the park, and on the right hand side, and then it's kind of like a rundown building almost in a way. It's like right there. And they've got batting cages, and they've got those golfing simulations.
Dude.
So it's not like actual out there.
Is it expensive?
I mean, I think it's like $50 a person. I could be wrong.
Expensive.
I could be wrong.
Because like Top Golf, you can like it's like $45 a pad, and you can all throw in on the
and you end up spending $10 per person, depending on how many people you have. Too. The more people, the less you spend. I could be totally wrong on those prices. I actually, not to get off topic here, but I went to Happy G's for the first time on my birthday, and I was just out and about, so I went to the place to check it out. I was like, oh, this is so sick, blah blah blah. And the owner's like, well, you want to just hang out for a couple hours? And I was like, well, here's 50. I went to go get pay her, and she's like, oh no, you go for as long as you want.
Let's hang out.
I was like, let's do this, man. I was there for like 4 hours practicing my swing, which, by the way, I am terrible.
It's one of those things. I feel like it comes with age. Like the older you get, the more that you want to do it.
Yeah.
I know you got high school kids, man, that go out there and destroy that course, man.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Divots everywhere. They don't take care of the sand pits that you're supposed to rake. For me, it's I have terrible balance because my spina bifida. Oh, okay. So or hydrocephalus actually affects it, and some of the spina bifida does. So it throws off my equilibrium, and so I have my backswing, which is nice, but once I get back here, I'm on my heels.
Oh yeah.
So by the time I'm coming through all the way, I lost my balance all the way. I'm already on my toes. I'm already hitting the heel of the club to the ball face, and it's going that way instead of that way. Or it's hitting a window that way and not going straight or whatever it is. But going back to get back on track here, but like the Top Golf thing, like you could be sitting there in Top Golf, and you have your acquaintances and your second ring, and you have your one true friend guy who's sitting across the table, and you're about to bust out in tears because of what you've been going through, but the church invited you to some random thing that you're like,
at Top Golf,
I guess I'll go, Top Golf, I guess I'll go.
Right.
So you go, and then you end up stepping aside with him and saying, hey man, I need to talk. Next thing you know, you have Jesus time.
Right.
At a Top Golf.
Absolutely.
At the last place he thought of you have a breakthrough.
Those people are very important.
Oh yeah, Spencer and I'll try not to cry.
No, you're good, brother. Let it out. I'm being for real.
Spencer and Sheldon.
Yeah.
We've had some back and forth, him being married and then me being single and stuff like that, which I don't mind being single. I want to be a Paul in people's lives. Like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to date or anything like that.
You say that until
I'm good.
God throws one your way.
Nope, I'm good. I'm good. I like being a Paul in people's lives, not to go down that money trail, but with them living, their lifestyle and my lifestyle was different. And so that first year of me trying to get used to that, I was like, this is weird. You used to be at the house. We used to have movie night every night. We had the bro time. I can call you whenever I wanted to, and we could like hang out. What's up? What's going on? And then the devil would lie to me and be like, they hate you, man.
Right.
You're living your own little life. Right. They're living they're living the Christian life, dude. You're just doing your own thing.
Right.
They're trying to stay away from you because you're not necessarily doing
he'll
what
hit you
you're
where it hurts
supposed to. Yeah, and
he knows the right thing to say. He knows the right thing to put in there, dude.
And I'd be sitting there in the living room by myself, just in these thoughts. And then it was really cool because me and Jeff started hitting. Jeff Reisner, he's a really cool dude. Shout out to Jeff, man. Freaking one of my best friends, dude. I freaking love that guy. He and I hung out a lot. And he helped my mental state.
That's awesome,
like
dude.
He and I would hang out and
ain't it crazy how God does that though?
Oh, dude, yeah.
He's like, hey man, I was like, I got you, dude.
Yeah,
I got you.
And it was cool because in that relationship, I was still having these thoughts and stuff, and then me and Jeff would hang out. And then one night I got really mad.
Yeah,
and not necessarily went off, but I kind of went off, and I felt bad because it made him uncomfortable. And I was like, "Brick, what in the world?" And so that happened. But he's an extremely forgiving person, man.
Right.
And we got back on course, bro. We started hanging out again, and through that friendship, fixed my mind and told me, "You are still loved. You're living a different lifestyle than everybody else, but like that doesn't mean that you're poison to people."
Absolutely not. Yeah, dude.
It's not like, it doesn't mean that just because you're not exactly living how they're living. They're pastors and evangelists, and that's what I was supposed to go into, but I didn't. So now it's like God's like shunning me from everybody. It's like, no, that's not how that works, dude. No. That's not what's happening. So it's really cool how those I don't know how I got off on that tangent.
Top Golf.
Yes, we started at Top Golf, dadgummit, and it was distracting.
There you go, Top Golf.
Dang it, Top Golf. Not a sponsor, but if you want to sponsor, hey, I'm right here. I'm just kidding. We were talking about that, and we were talking about Spencer and Sheldon. But yeah, and Spencer and Sheldon have also been really cool friends, man. And yeah, it's a little different. They're a little bit farther away. Not physically, but like lifestyle wise, they're a little bit farther away, but they're not gone. I got in this mindset of like, they're gone.
Right.
Man time's gone. Bro time's gone.
Right.
We're through.
And that could be a horrible
like, no.
feeling. That could be a horrible feeling, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, just when you're so used to something, dude, and it's like, it's not necessarily ripped away from you, but that's how it feels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it wasn't true.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the biggest lie. Was that the devil was trying to tell me that all of these things were gone.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I would still have good conversations. Like today I had a good conversation with Sheldon, about my finances and stuff like that. We were just talking that over. And Spencer, we'd still have good conversations, and it proves, and it continues to prove, and Christian, even Christian still continues to prove that they're there. They're still friends. They still love me, and I still love them.
Right.
And the devil can't take that away. No matter how many times he lies to me and tries to tell me I'm alone, it's not true.
Absolutely not, dude.
And for anyone, who is out there who listens to that and has that mindset of you're alone, you're never going to amount to anything, the lifestyle that you live, nobody believes in you, don't
it's not true.
Listen to that.
It's not true.
It's a lie from the devil. He will try everything to hold you back from what you can be. And if he can succeed in that, in those little things, man, he'll keep doing it. And don't underestimate him, because he will intensify. And you know, and it's different for everybody's lives and how he attacks and stuff. But he will throw everything at you. And going back to community, that's why community is so
Very
important. Yeah,
very important.
Tangent, but
because sometimes it's hard to see it from the inside. You have to have someone from the outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, I don't know what's going on with me right now, man. I don't know, why am I thinking these things? Why am I feeling this way, man? What? And you know, like, you got that one friend that's like, hey, man, like, you're tripping, dude. Like, I love you, dude. You know what I'm saying?
But you're
like,
going crazy.
You're going crazy, bro. Like, the Lord loves you. You have an identity in Christ. You're accepted, man. It's okay.
Christian has told me that sometimes. I learned when I'm having conversations with people, I've learned not to have deep conversations past 8 o'clock at night. Don't do it, because it's a bad idea.
Right.
And Christian taught me that, and Spencer and Sheldon had taught me that, because I would do that to him 8 o'clock at night and go on these deep conversations. And like you said, he would look at me and go, oh, okay. Wait, hold on, time out. What? Where is this coming from?
Right.
Like, how much time did you have to think about this? Because you obviously need to stop having time to think about this, because this is not good.
Yeah. I saw, what is it? There's a verse in Corinthians that I like to live by, dude. You know, and Jesus tells you to take every thought captive and make it obedient to him.
Obedient to his word, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, whenever I start having thoughts like that, when the devil starts trying to hit my brain like that, you know, like, I try my best to be like, hold up, like, that's not a thought of the Holy Spirit. That's not something what Jesus would lay on me.
Yeah.
So now, like, all right, so I know where this is coming from. Now I know how to attack this. Now I know how to defend myself. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now I know what to do.
Right.
Now that I've got a sword on my side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's cool for you, you know, going through what you've went through and having, was it Mike that first introduced you to United Church, or how did you kind of get connected?
So I'm going to finish my story here.
Yeah.
No, you're good. No,
I got you.
So anyways, we start trying to find rehabs, right? I caved in. I'm like, all right. The only reason I caved in is because my girlfriend's friend said that, hey, probation can't touch you if you're in rehab. And I'm like, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So we start calling rehabs, man. And we're calling every rehab in the daggum yellow pages. You know what I mean?
Just going down the list of every
one of them on Google. And you know, every one of them said the same thing. I didn't know about 8 Oaks here in Lawrenceburg. And I think that there's a reason behind that. Because I was so well connected with everybody here in Lawrenceburg on the wrong side of the fence that it would have been very easy for me to just up and just leave 8 Oaks and go do my own thing. You know what I mean? So all the rehabs that were calling saying, do you got insurance? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And eventually it got to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to rehab. Like, I need
all this paperwork done.
And I've done talk myself out of it. I'm like, yeah, because when you're on drugs like that, dude, like, you got about one shot to get somebody to do the right thing. After that, it's gone and they're back into their mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, just so, like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to rehab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep calling these rehabs to keep her off my back. So eventually we call this one rehab. It's called the Dream Center. Shout out to the Dream Center. I called them, and the first thing I said when I got on the phone, Miss Amanda answered the phone. She's like, Russell Dream Center. I said, hey, my name's Trevor. I need to be in rehab. I don't have insurance. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew what to say. And she's like, okay, Trevor, what are you addicted to? And I said, meth. I'm addicted to methamphetamines. I smoke a lot of weed. And she's like, okay, we don't take insurance. And I'm like, okay. She said, it's going to be $1,000. And I'm like, I ain't got to go because I don't got $1,000.
Yeah.
Here comes Jessica. I got the 1,000.
You're like,
it's exactly, that is exactly.
Dang it.
Exactly. So she's like, I got the 1,000. I'm like, dang it. She's like, he needs to be here by 12 o'clock tomorrow. I said, tomorrow? Like, tomorrow? Like, hold on, I don't even know you. Like, you know?
We're gonna start this now.
Yeah, she's like, if you're not here by 12 tomorrow, you're not coming.
And it was, what's really cool is that, like, you have that other half that, like, yeah, that annoys you, that they're that intimate about that. But if they're that intimate and that, like, straight up and being like, you're gonna change, it annoys you, and it's like, golly,
but
it's so,
now that I look back at it, dude,
you're like, oh my gosh, I would have never been there.
Bro. It's a godsend.
Yeah.
So, like, I told him, like, I can't be there at 12 just because, like, he can't be there at 12 because I don't get off of work till 2, so I can have him there by 4. And I'm like, God bless. Like, I said, I got stuff I got to get in order. She's like what?
What do you have?
Yeah, what do you got to straighten out?
What is so important right now?
Literally, I had nothing to straighten out. So
she's like, you've got an entire life to change, man. Like, come on.
So, man, so the woman's like, or the Miss Amanda, she's like, Trevor, she said, this is how this works. She's like, we use Jesus to get sober. And I'm like,
that's a good step. I like that step.
I'm like, okay. I believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
You know what
yeah,
I mean? So I'm like, I believe in Jesus.
I feel you.
Cool. Okay, cool.
I feel you.
Now keep in mind, like, a week before, I just had a conversation with Satan in my truck.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And with everything that had been heavy on your mind from the year before.
And in my mind, so it's cool that we was talking about the devil lying, dude. So, like, in my mind, like, I'm too far gone. Like, I was too ashamed to bow my head to God anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't talk to God anymore because I'm like, dude, I'm not good enough to talk to God anymore. And that was the devil just,
Yeah.
And, you know, and so, like, I got to this church, or I got to this rehab. I went there the very next day. And they dropped me off, and I remember in the parking lot, Jessica looks at me. She says, just promise me you'll do one thing. And I'm like, what? She said, just keep an open mind and keep an open heart.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And so, like, in my mind, like, I'm like, I'm here. Let's do something about it. Like, I'm here. Like, I'm not going to make her just spend this money for no reason. I'm not going to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trevor, here's your chance. You know what I'm saying? And dude, I even ate some drugs in the parking lot before I went in. Like, that, I was out there. You know what I mean? So I get in this place, and they're like, all right, here's your room, blah, 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 blah. We'll go over everything tomorrow. Go upstairs, get you some sleep. And I'm like, if it's all right with you guys, like, I need to be around the guys. I don't need to be by myself right now. They're like, all right, cool, yeah. So I went to the class. They had class every night. So this rehab's very strict, dude. Very strict, dude.
Yeah. Which, I mean, when dealing with things that you deal with, it has to be
right. And so,
right
like,
on.
It's like a Bible boot camp.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, it. Out of everything that I've been through in my life, out of the Army, out of being in an abusive household growing up, out of being in jail, out of being in a gang, leading a gang, this is the hardest thing I've ever went through in my entire life.
Yeah. Because it's a spiritual battle.
It's a spiritual battle, and it's the first time I ever had to face myself. Yeah. I can face anybody.
Yeah.
But when I had to face myself, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I found out stuff about myself that I did not like. I'm talking about crap in my closet, dude, that just was crap, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm at this rehab, dude, and this rehab is attached to a church called Redemption Church. And dude, so you know who Eddie James is?
Yeah. Okay. I freaking love it. So Pastor Rusty.
Yeah.
He actually used to tour or is friends with Eddie James.
Right.
And he used to be.
So he came and he did a concert at the church the second night I was at this rehab. They're like, yo, Eddie James is coming to the church. And I'm like,
who is Eddie James?
Bro, I'm listening to Finesse 2 times and Moneybag, bro. Like, who is Eddie James, bro?
And, like, is that a new rapper? Like, is he coming with...
So, like, dude, he's just... I'm like, all right, cool. So, like, no. So, he has all these people that come with him. And they do their testimonies and stuff like that. And this is when I figured out the power of a testimony. This is why testimonies are so important, guys. Like, this very reason.
Yeah.
everybody's up there. They're giving their testimony. I'm in church. Everybody's up there. And, I was raised in a church of Christ.
So raising your hands was like,
dude, music.
Why?
I'm talking about, so like everybody's in there, they're praising the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at everybody like, you guys are freaking buffoons, dude. Like, y'all are crazy. Where am I at, dude?
Yeah.
All right. So, and I remember Jessica just saying, keep an open mind, keep an open heart.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm in there and I'm sitting down. Everybody's standing up. They're like, And so, between every couple songs, somebody new would get up there and do their testimony. Well, there's this one dude that got up there, and he got up there and he instantly caught my eye because he has a scar. Oh, my bad. He has a scar from here all the way to here, and a scar right here, and a big one over here on his cheek. Right. And I'm like, dude, what happened to this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Talking about like Alex Terrible level.
Bro,
like,
I'm talking about like, dude should not be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And so he gets up on the stage, dude, and he's giving his testimony. And turns out he was a gang member, right? Who sold drugs. And his gang turned on him, put a hit out on him. They showed up to the drug house, shot him in the face, and cut his neck. Dude. Left him to die. And yet this dude is up on the stage telling me his testimony.
Yeah.
He caught my attention because I was a gang member. I was selling drugs. I was on drugs. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was explaining my lifestyle.
Yeah.
He was explaining my life. And so when he gets off of the stage, I just got cold chills, bro.
Yeah.
When he gets off of the stage, man, he's walking back, and I walked. I'm scooting through people. I got to talk to this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm talking to this dude, or I walk up to him, and I'm like, hey, man, how'd you do it?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, how did I do what? And I pointed at my arm, and these are all gang-affiliated tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, these are every single one of them, right? My whole body's full of gang-affiliated tattoos.
Yeah.
Well, I point at my arm, and he looks at it, and he goes, Jesus, brother, and walks off. I said, hold up, dude.
It's crazy how simple of an answer. It's so true, but it's so confusing.
Bro, I'm
it
like,
really is.
Bro, you don't got a how-to guide or nothing, bro. You ain't got a step one, step two. No, bro. That all he said, bro, and he didn't even say it loud. He just smiled at me. He said, Jesus, brother, right? And then at the end of the show, he walks up to me with another guy. He's like, bro, I want to pray for you. And I'm like, all right, cool. Right? So he starts praying for me, bro. He puts his hand on my head. Bro. And I got so overwhelmed with feelings that I had not felt in years. Love, peace, joy. I started feeling all these things at once, and I passed out. Yeah. Right then and there. And when I woke up, I was crying. And from that point on, I said, okay, God, you've got my attention. Let's do this. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right? And that night, the Lord got a hold of me, dude. And from then on, like, it's been, don't get me wrong, dude, I don't got nothing figured out. I don't got nothing figured out.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? But
Same, brother.
But it's a day by day. It's not a struggle. It's a day by day experience.
I like that.
What you have for me? What new do you have for me, Lord? Like, dude, now, you know, I finished the rehab. I stayed home for staff. I come home. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for a church. We found a church over there on First Street. It's a non-denominational church.
I think I know. Faith Church? No, not Faith Church.
We looked at that one too. And so we're praying, God help us find a church.
Yeah.
We heard about United. Excuse me. We heard about United, and so we instead of just going to the church, we watched an online service one day. Yeah. And we're like, okay. So we decided to go to United. Yeah. So when we went there, everybody's raising their hands, everybody's praising, everybody's so nice, dude. Like, everybody makes me feel welcome. Pastor Morgan brought the fire, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I looked at Jessica, and she's like, I think this is it. You guys had a youth program. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. So we prayed about it, and I feel like that's where God wants us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I found United, dude. And dude, now I got a very good job. I paint houses, dude. The guy I paint houses with, he's a very godly man.
Are you talking about keto?
No. Jacob Burdyshaw.
I didn't know I started. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No,
that's cool.
So no, he's a 19-year-old kid who just recently, maybe a year ago, gave his life to Christ.
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
let God take over, dude. And like, dude, his business is taking off. And like, I know that, like, all right, I'm 34 and I'm working for a 19-year-old. But you know, like, humility is a gift it's a spiritual thing. Like, you gotta have humility. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you right now, he's one of the best bosses I've ever had in my life. He's led by the Lord. He loves the Lord. His business belongs to the Lord. And he makes that very clear. Every single new client that we get, he shares his testimony with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He spreads the gospel everywhere he goes. This kid's on fire.
And it's funny because Christian and I are kind of the same way too, because like, even when Joseph and Kenneth moved into the house, when they first moved into the house, I'm the oldest one in the house.
Right.
So obviously my father figure idea had to come into mind. I'm like, okay, these young boys are moving into the house. I gotta be the father, the man. I gotta be able to show.
Is this at the Eight Oaks house?
Yeah.
Did you live there?
That used to be the intern house. So the interns used to live in that house, and then the intern program kind of faded a little bit, not in a bad way or anything, but just kind of faded a little bit, and so it became the staff house.
Right.
And so I was blessed to stay at the staff house with Christian, and it used to be Sheldon, Spencer, me, and this gentleman named Jason Modisette. Jason Modisette, we love you, bro. Miss you, dude. He was the coolest dude ever. Still the coolest dude ever. He used to live in that house. After him was a couple of other dudes, but last but not least, it was Joseph and Kenneth. And when they moved in, of course, I was the oldest guy, and so I felt like I had to be this spiritual man, which put a big load of pressure,
didn't it? Yeah,
which didn't exist, because God was like, whoa, that's not what I I did not expect that from you. So I lived this like idea that I had to be. Right. But they are more. It sounds weird, but they're a lot more closer. Well,
it's not.
I don't want to say it like, I don't know how to say it.
Mature.
Yeah, kind of like a maturity in their faith in God than I was, which discouraged me because I was like, I'm the older dude.
But you felt like you should be there.
Yeah,
and that was the devil. Hey, man, you're not as far in your walk as you should be. Look at these guys. You know
exactly, and it's like you talking about that 19-year-old
dude. So that's a big thing too. So like, man, guys, like, do not ever base your walk off of somebody else's walk.
No.
It will destroy you every single time.
Every time.
You know what I mean? Because like, you should not be feeling condemned about another Christian's walk with God.
No.
At all. You know what I mean? If it's not a conviction, it's not God.
Exactly.
If it's not a conviction, it's not God.
Condemnation and conviction, there's a big difference between those two.
Conviction comes with correction. Condemnation
comes with you're never going to get better.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if you can correct it, it's probably from God.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like you're doing something wrong, and like
it's never getting corrected.
Yeah, it's never gonna get corrected.
Yeah,
it's probably from the enemy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but man, dude, now, man, I get to be a dad, dude. It's the greatest thing. I didn't used to. I could have been a dad. Wasn't a dad.
Yeah.
But now, dude, like, all of my children, I'm big in their lives, dude. Like, my sons, we go fishing all the time. I
saw that post on Facebook, man. Yeah. This kid just caught the best bass I've ever seen in my life. Yes. I mean, this thing was like freaking huge.
It was probably a little over 3 pounds.
Jeez, it was cool. He's sitting out on the kayak and big old smile, bro.
He's the first for me, him, and a couple of my buddies. Josh Throneberry, that's my guy. He goes, you know Josh, right? The bigger guy that stands outside with me sometimes, bald headed.
I believe so. I am terrible with names.
Right.
I'm sorry, Josh. I love you, dude. If you know me from shout out to you. But
that's my confidant, bro.
Is that your confidant?
That's my dude, bro.
That's awesome.
Because what's crazy, bro, is so before I went to rehab, me and this dude was bad off on drugs together.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about, like, and I would go see this dude every single day, bro. That was my dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually thought about this guy while I was at rehab. I'm like, dude, I can never hang out with this dude again. That sucks, dude, because he's out there and I'm getting better. Well, dude, the Lord's crazy, man. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and the Lord is awesome, and he's doing a big move in Lawrenceburg right now. The Lord is cleaning everybody up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but when I came back from rehab, Josh done went to rehab. He's out of rehab. We're actually renting our house out to him right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, he's taking over right now. He's doing awesome, dude. I'm proud of you.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's awesome, dude. Everybody's doing good.
Oh, they are. All those guys in there.
Dude, yeah, I'm proud of them, man.
Very
a lot of those
proud.
guys at 8 Oaks, man, I ran with. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to see them in there, they're all fat now.
Yeah, that's true. They've
fat's
got
the new healthy guys.
They've got a new glow to their
Yeah, dude,
faces,
absolutely,
because
bro.
when you're in that deep dark spot, you don't have a glow to your face. Your eyes are dull.
I love seeing from what I knew them to be
to where they are now.
to where they are now, and accepting the Lord, praising the Lord. Like I said,
Yeah.
nobody's there yet, dude. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're not there yet. We'll never be there until the day that Jesus comes back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. Just as long as the Holy Spirit's present in my life, He leads me, guides me, directs me. You know, I try not to grieve Him.
Yeah.
I get angry sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, just saying, I do apologize if you're behind a 2010 Nissan Altima. Please don't get too blue Nissan. Don't get too angry,
yeah.
because I hate driving and I'm scared for my life.
Right. So
like, oh,
is driving scary for you?
Oh, I freaking hate it.
I'm that dude that's
I
going.
hate it.
Listen, I'm that dude that's going like $110 down the interstate.
Really?
Just whipping in and out of everybody.
I stay on the strip. That's as far as I go. I don't go anywhere else. I go work, home, some fast foods, home.
So
that's it.
United's far for you.
I mean, that's true. Wednesday nights, I'm like, okay, God, it's raining. I've gotten astigmatism. Things are shaking. Lights are streaming.
So I wonder if it's too late if I can get a ride.
Oh, man. And then I've always hated doing that, man. And so, but it's, yeah, drive. I mean, I'll drive if I have to. Like, if it push comes to shove, so like I have to drive, then yeah. But I mean, what's really cool about my friend group is that even though I'm like hard on myself about the driving thing and having to ask for rides and stuff like that, they're willing to give me rides.
Right.
You know, they're like, hey, we understand your situation and stuff like that.
Right.
Which is really cool, because it's like, you know, somebody who has a disability and stuff like that, you're self-conscious about that. You're
Right.
like, who actually believes in me? Like, who thinks I'm just trying to get bum rides off of people, who thinks I'm just being lazy, you know, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's like, no, that you've actually got an issue. Like, it's fine.
Right.
You have people who love you, who are very willing to help you, you know. And Scotty and Earl, you know, shout out to them too, and their wives, you know, they've all of them have blessed me with, you know, driving me to wherever
Right.
we record their videos. And shout out to Scotty Redeemed, his
Absolutely,
which
dude.
I think
you
I
guys
already-
are making
did I-
some sick music, dude.
Thank you.
I'm not even playing.
I feel like I already did that. Did I already do that earlier?
You
this
did.
episode? I did. Okay,
But
cool.
there's nothing wrong with a second shout out.
I do that all the time, man. But it's really cool. Them, Sheldon and Spencer have also helped me out with stuff like that, and so. But
Dude,
yeah, I don't do driving. It scares me because it's not like. It scares me because I don't know who I'm gonna piss off. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm driving and I'm like, God, please help my stupidity don't make anybody mad.
Oh, I don't
You know what I mean? Like, and not to say about you or anything. I'm just saying everybody.
No.
It could be Jenny, who's been going to church for 20, 30 years, and I'm scared I'm going to take her off, and she going to get off on me, and I'm like,
You should see my girlfriend drive. Like, she'll pull out in front of somebody. She'll be like, oops, ski.
my
And
bad.
just keep doing her own thing.
And the worst part, dude, is that you don't make eye contact. When you get scared, if you make a dumb decision driving and you knew it was stupid and you keep going, the worst thing to do is, one, you can look at them and be like, sorry, which kind of helps out.
And they're probably going to just flip you off.
And then it probably flip me off. And then there's the second option of not looking at them at all because you're terrified.
That makes you look like a jerk, though.
That makes you look like you don't care. But in actuality, it's like, no, I just don't like making eye contact because I know you're ticked.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it.
Yeah. Because I don't want to feel like I did that.
I don't want to feel like I did that. Shoot.
Yeah.
And like the whole time I'm going home, I'm like, they're not behind me, are they? Okay, cool.
Because I don't want to know where I live.
Yeah. Do I just keep like going? Somebody just pulled in behind me. I'm just going to keep rolling. Okay, I'm just going to,
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man. But dude, is there anything else? Oh yeah, I did want to kind of lead into how you got connected to Eight Oaks from that other rehabilitation center.
I never got connected to Eight Oaks.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay.
No,
I got you.
I never
Okay,
did.
cool.
I had went over there a few times to Josh.
Yeah.
When Josh was in Eight Oaks, and then I know Travis and John Mao, and
Yeah.
I could do a bunch of guys over there. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Cool.
just to see those guys over there and like.
So you did that rehabilitation center, which
Yeah, the Dream Center. I did.
Gotcha.
So I did 6 months at the Dream Center, and then I did 3 months of
staffing
duty. Yeah, like I ran the rehab 3 months.
Gotcha.
Well,
Cool.
I helped run the rehab for 3 months.
Yeah.
And so like and then I decided to come home, and I came back, and the Lord's done redeemed all of Lawrenceburg. It's all
Dude, it's
awesome,
crazy
bro.
to
He's
see
moving, bro.
Yeah, what he's doing, man.
Yeah, he's
because it's crazy. Well, dude, thank you so much for hopping on the
Thank
show,
you for
man.
having me, dude.
Absolutely, man. Just wanted to sit down and talk with you and see how God has been moving in your life. Obviously, God has been doing a great thing in your life.
He has.
And it is so cool to have these stories to see, not just for you, but for everybody watching who is in that situation, who wants to make a change, and they see you and they're like, there is lights. I can do this.
1st or 2nd Corinthians 10:13, he says there is a way out.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, there's always a way out. Whenever you're faced with temptations, whenever you're faced with things in life, there's a way out. It's Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
He is the way, the truth, the life.
Yeah.
You got to believe that with your whole heart.
Exactly.
You got to believe, like, man, guys, can't wait to see him. I can't wait to meet him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for joining in to Cup of Joe and Jag. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friend. Tag them in it. Let them get to know what's going on here at Fireside Talks. Take out the link tree in my bio and all that kind of fun stuff to catch up on everything else Fireside Talks. But thank you guys again. Appreciate you all. Again, my name is Jag. I don't have my cup of Joe, but my friend Trevor, he's got his cup of Joe. He's got a Viking cup over here. I give him a Viking cup, dude. We're going to Valhalla. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking.
Kill the dragons.
Yeah, we're going on some raids. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys again so much. I love you guys. You guys have an amazing night. I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.